Multi-year sea ice has declined by over 95% since the 1980s. This physical collapse is opening previously inaccessible maritime trade routes and vast hydrocarbon reserves to global competition. The Arctic has transitioned from a zone of scientific collaboration into a primary theater for great power confrontation. This visualization displays the scale of the geophysical shift. In 2025, Greenland lost 129 billion tons of ice. Thinning ice drove an 80% spike in phytoplankton productivity, forcing southern marine species into the northern Bering Sea. This thaw is an immediate threat to regional infrastructure, leaving 144 of the 229 Alaska Native tribes facing severe environmental risks to their settlements. In communities like Newtok and Nunapitchuk, melting permafrost is destroying roads, runways, and hospitals. These tribes are engaged in multi-million-dollar relocation efforts that have already spanned over 30 years. The destabilization of the permafrost introduces massive engineering complexities for any state attempting to build military bases or extract resources in the high north. This is the Russian cargo ship Sevmorput on the Northern Sea Route. Cargo volume here expanded to 31.5 million tons in 2022, driven primarily by the extraction of coal and liquefied natural gas from the Russian hinterland. While Russia's route grows, the Northwest Passage remains constrained by extreme scheduling uncertainty and a lack of deep-water ports capable of accommodating massive container vessels. This topographical map identifies the strategic prize, Greenland's rare earth deposits. The Tanbreez site alone is estimated at 28.2 million metric tons, containing the heavy rare earths essential for Western defense and energy sectors. In 2025, Chinese export controls on heavy rare earths caused production pauses in Western automotive manufacturing. Because a Chinese firm holds a significant share in Greenland's Kvanefjeld project, the U.S. moved to secure these deposits, triggering a diplomatic rupture with the Kingdom of Denmark. After Denmark rejected a U.S. proposal to annex the island, the second Trump administration appointed a special envoy to work toward making Greenland a U.S. territory. When Denmark condemned the move as a violation of sovereignty, the U.S. imposed a 10% retaliatory tariff on 8 European nations on January 17, 2026. The race to control critical minerals is now volatile enough to fracture historic security architectures and push the NATO alliance toward a total collapse. This wireframe shows overlapping legal claims. Russia, Canada, and Denmark all claim the Lomonosov Ridge. Moscow backs these claims with its Bastion defense doctrine, establishing an overlapping umbrella of radar and missile networks over the entire Northern Sea Route. This naval presence is being bolstered by a strategic convergence with China. Hydroacoustic research missions in the Central Arctic are currently mapping bathymetric data for advanced submarine warfare. In February 2026, NATO responded with Operation Arctic Sentry. This is a massive multi-domain military deployment designed to explicitly secure the maritime choke points between Greenland and the United Kingdom. Concentrating rival military forces in this harsh, unpredictable environment increases the risk of an accidental kinetic escalation between NATO and Russia. Since Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the Arctic Council has been paralyzed. The region is in a security vacuum where resource geoeconomics outpace existing legal frameworks. To restore stability, Western powers must close gaps in icebreaking capacity and uncrewed domain awareness. Simultaneously, resolving internal friction points like the Beaufort Sea boundary is essential to presenting a unified deterrent front. The survival of the rules-based order in the High North depends on balancing robust military deterrence with the preservation of diplomatic channels capable of managing a crisis.